saying sometimes people what they do, they are if they are suffering from headache, severe headache, so it is fine, it is okay to apply like any kind of balm gel, so you can apply, you can do the massage and things like that. And once you are suffering from any kind of dysentery or loose motion, so then you can take a glass of water, and there you have to mix a pinch of salt and 1 spoon of sugar, and you have to just stir and mix and then take that water. This really helps. And yeah, after that, so what do you think, is it okay, or it's perfectly fine to collect some medicines and use them without seeking to the doctor, without consulting to the doctor? Is it okay? Do you have
I,
something to tell, please?
uh, if I talk about my perspective, so I think it is not good for our health without like consulting doctor or without advising. So we should take guide. If you don't know how to keep our like physical body health and mental body, and you are facing like any type of problem, so we should consult doctor. We are not
Hmm.
doctor. We can
Yeah,
take like anyone.
exactly.
It's not good thing. Our future. If you are facing problems, so go doctor. Go to doctor and tell him about your problem. Doctors, doc, I'm facing like this, and I have like a sneezing problem. I have a cold just because of weather, and I have been suffering to like 2 or 3 days. So please, can you give me some tips or tricks or medicine uh, that
Hmm.
I can remove my problem? Everything. So we
Hmm.
should if we are facing problems. So I think it's not good to cover himself or herself. Yeah, you have like a medicine, so it doesn't matter. You and without asking anyone, you can or you can take your medicine. It is not good thing about your future or health. So we should avoid like this thing. First, we should consult doctor. Then we will. Brother.
Yeah, right, exactly. So good afternoon, how are you?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking me. What about you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So let's start with the intro in a nutshell.
Okay, of course, why not? So after
Please, you
you.
start. Yeah.
Okay, of course. So my name is Sarvesh Kumar. I'm from Uttar Pradesh. And if I talk about my qualifications, so I have done my graduation. After that, I'm preparing for government job. As well, I'm learning English language. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I have a new hobby, just talking to people, different people. So that's all about me. Thank you so much.
And now it's my turn. So, as you know, my name is Nootan and I'm from Mathura. I'm a homemaker and I have a YouTube channel. So, this is all about me. That's it.
Good
Okay,
to hear you.
so you tell me how has been your day so far?
Today, my morning was well, but I have a cold little bit just because of weather. Everything nowadays. So I
Yeah,
have little.
weather is keep on changing. This is why. So, have you taken your medicines?
No, I don't. Just because I don't like to take medicine. Uh, yeah, if I will face a lot of problems, I will take medicine.
Okay.
Otherwise,
So, would you prefer going to the doctor, or would you just take the medicine by your own?
maybe I can go or not because I have a lot of medicine, and so maybe I can take myself medicine like because of cold, like my sneezing problem.
Okay. So on this thing, on this matter, I remember one thing. There are many people out there, as you were saying the same thing, that they just collect some medicines by their own at their home. There are many people they do so, and when it comes to suffer any kind of problems, health problems, so they just take the medicines by their own, right,
Yes, yes.
without consulting to the doctor. This is happening, it's quite prevalent in today's scenario. So it's, I would say, it's in vogue, it's in trend. Like when you have a little problem, health problem, let's say cold, cough, so you just take the medicines just by if you have at your home any medicines, then you take that. And whether you like go outside to the medical shop and then you ask about the particular syrup or medicine or anything, tablets, anything else. So to some extent I think it's not right to our health. When we take the medicine and again the same thing is occurring, let's say cough, cold, anything, we start
Yes.
feeling like, so we take the medicines and without to the doctor and without consulting to the doctor, and we take medicines. So somewhere to some extent it is not right for our health, for for long term. In future it's somewhere it's going to harm our body and we will have to face the consequences, kind of repercussions related to health. So somewhere it is not good, and I totally agree with you. But since it is being seen and it is quite it is invasive. It is invasive because there are many people, they are inclined to do so. Instead of going to the doctor, they prefer staying at home. And on their disposal they think that okay, I can take this medicine because I have this availability of this particular medicine at home, so I can take this kind of mentality they have, and they just prefer taking the medicines without asking to the doctor. This is happening. And they just don't think much about that, and there is no harm to them. There is no harm taking the medicines without consulting to the doctor. So somewhere it is not good for our health. Somewhere it's we can face some kind of consequences.
Yes.
And maybe you might face the consequences at the same time or in future, like 1 year, 5 year later, 10 years later, 10 years later. So this can happen. It's not in our hands, it's not in our control, but it's the thing is that when you are suffering from any kind of specific disease and you think that it's quite it's like a normal thing, like a it's a very little kind of thing, let's say cough and cold, let's say low grade fever if you have, so you think that it's a very like a little thing, so very subtle thing, so we can have the medicines by our own, thinking without thinking anything, we can take the medicines. So these kind of notion people have, and they just prefer taking the medicines. And there is some moments then it is being seen that let's say the medicine is for 10 days, like a doctor has suggested you, advised you medicines for 10 days, and you have completed the whole entire course for 10 days. You have like taken the medicines. Hypothetically I'm saying, okay, just don't take it to otherwise. So the thing is, yeah, so 10 days completed, okay. Now after 2 days, after 10 days, now it's when it is completed, and then like the next day, or let's say after 4 days, 5 days later, again you are feeling the same kind of symptoms of the same problem, same kind of disease. So what you do, again you start taking the same medicines without going to the doctor, without visiting to the doctor. You are taking the same medicines. Let's say you showcase the prescription to the medical store, and you took the same medicine. So this should
Yes.
not be happening. Beforehand, that what you should do, if you feel like that you again you are like suffering from the same thing and it hasn't stopped, and there is a kind of problem again you are suffering from, so you should go to the doctor. You should seek to the doctor again, instead of
Yes.
taking the medicines. Yeah, there are some people, they become they become and they behave in a kind of that they are doctor. They are doctor, and yeah, the things whatever we are doing, it's correct, it's right.
They have started like a guiding how to take medicine, how to not. It is not possible to take like a guide if you don't know,
Yeah,
or not like if you didn't study like them. So how can I say that you can guide anyone? So it is not good for our health. We should first consult doctor, then after that go further. Earlier you have
Yeah.
mentioned like we should avoid like this thing. If we are facing problems, so we should like consult doctor.
Yes, yes. Some, like, basic tablets or medicines, people they just collect and store at their home. Let's say Dolo, let's say Almontus, let's say any kind of syrup. So to some extent it is not really good enough, and there are some, like, derelict
Yeah,
sachet, many things. If it is really, it's, if it is really, I can say, if you are feeling like that, there's a urge to take the medicine, so then go and take the medicine. If it, why? Because it's midnight and you are feeling like that you are suffering from any kind of health problem, let's say dysentery, or let's say any kind of uneasiness you are feeling, then you can take the medicine. But make sure that in tomorrow, on tomorrow you have to go to the doctor, seek to the doctor, and then take the advice and then take the medicines
yeah, almost.
according to them. Yeah.
Yes, of course. And I have seen many people they are doing like this thing. And if they are having problem, and if they have like a complete for complete plan, like they are having problems just because they are headache, just they take like a complete plan or desperate, desperate. So I
Yes.
think this is little desperate. So these are
Yeah.
tablets to avoid. First, if you are having problem like headache problem and stomach head problem, so we should consult doctor.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
we will face a lot of problem in future because we are
Yes,
not
of
doctor.
course.
We can take ourselves like we can take medicine ourselves myself. It is not good thing. We should avoid
Yes.
like this.
Okay, and one thing I would like to add here, which is, if it is really important, so apply some domestic tips and tricks. As I earlier mentioned, like, take 1 glass of water and mixing the sugar and salt, and then you can take when somebody is suffering from loose motion and something like that. So these kind of help, you can just go out and just try. You have to try such kind of things, while sitting at home, and you can do so. And then if the problem is worsening, and somebody is feeling like the health is totally deteriorating, then just go and visit the doctor. So yes, instead of collecting and storing the medicines, and if you feel like that you are suffering from a disease or health problem, then that make sure that you have to seek a doctor and get yourself examined and checked, right? So
Right,
okay,
right.
Sarvesh, we are done with the topic. So do you have